Hi, it's Tiffany Lorraine, the Resilient Mother, and I am so pleased to invite my friend Pix on to this summit to speak. We met back at UPW and we had an immediate connection. It just felt like destiny that we should meet each other. And we have a real heart and compassion for the subject that she's going to talk about and how resilience fits into it. So the stage is yours, my friend. Please tell us about you and what you do.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. And yes, that just shows the power of the internet and our connection. And I know we've had some amazing chats. So just so wonderful. And you're the resilient mother. And I wish all mothers a happy Mother's Day, because I'm in Australia. So I'm in your tomorrow, you're in my yesterday, and it is Mother's Day. So that's all about resilience as well, getting up, showing up on Mother's Day. So thank you so much. And congrats on all the wonderful work you're doing, Tiffany, as well. And
Thank
you know, you've got some amazing guests on and you've already had some amazing interviews. So thank you so much. So I guess, who am I? Being Mother's Day, and this is all about the resilient mother. I'm a very, very proud mother of a son, Sam. He's in Melbourne, Australia, and he and his beautiful partner, Miller, have just 1 month ago had their first little bubba. So I also wear the proud name of grandmother, but I'm not a nana or, you know, mum. I'm a pippy, because I have to be something different. And I also have a beautiful daughter, Katie, who's in the Netherlands. She's 22, or no, she's 24. And she's got a beautiful partner, Andrew. So that's the proudest title that I wear, is mother. Who else am I? I am all about resilience and courage. I am the Couragepreneur. I was only 2 pound 2 when I was born, Tiffany. So I myself was a tiny little bubba, but I hung on to mum's hand so tightly that she knew I would survive. And, you know, I've had a lot of life challenges, let's say, as everybody has, but I guess most importantly that's impacted me is 3 life-threatening car accidents. Wow. The first one when I was 7 and my mum was driving, and her mother, my gran, she sadly was killed in that accident. And then another one when I was about 24 and we hit a truck and I nearly died. And then another one 10 weeks to the day later when I myself was driving, just through the pressures of building a house and planning a wedding. And in my own rehab, I had a micro sleep. So I actually rolled the car, went down an embankment and landed on the roof. And talk about resilience. I didn't think, why did this happen to me, Tiffany? Because I knew it was my own fault. I had 10 minutes to go to my destination and I had that micro sleep. So it was caused. It wasn't an accident. It was caused by me not concentrating. But what I thought though, Tiffany, was, why did I survive? Why did I survive? Why have I had 3 life-threatening accidents? The cars have all been write-offs. Why did I survive all of those 3? And that's what resilience is. It's not how many times you fall down. I don't want anyone to have car accidents. Please drive safely or be a safe passenger. But it's about getting up again. It's falling down 7 times, getting up 8. And, you know, adversity and challenges and hardships happen to every single person on the planet. It's how you respond rather than react to those challenges. So that's who I am.
Tell me about how Couragepreneurs started. I don't think you quite had that title when I first met you.
No, well, I guess in this day and age, it really is all about being your true authentic self. And, you know, you can say the catchphrase personal branding and all that. But what it is, Tiffany, being only 2 pound 2, I had courage to survive. And also my maiden name was Cumming, and our family motto actually is courage. And then just growing up with all the car accidents, and so many people have said, oh, Pix, you're so courageous, you just keep soldiering on. And so I thought, okay. And I was fortunate to win a podcast scholarship, and it's all about what's your story, what's your niche, and who's your target market. And something I will share personally, and, you know, trigger alert here. I'm an adult survivor of child sexual abuse, not by a family member, and family did not know. It was by a neighbor, an elderly neighbor. But you know what? I bear no malice, because it's made me who I am. So I've always been about courage. And just in COVID, and there's been some obviously very challenging times in COVID, but there's been some amazing blessings. And COVID has made me step into the light, just as yourself, and just really own who I am and own that name, that moniker of the Couragepreneur. Because I'm a very courageous entrepreneur. I juggle a lot in my life, but it's all around physical, social, environmental, mental, and financial wellness. So that's all the entrepreneurial businesses that I have. And it takes a lot of grit, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of courage, and a lot of resilience to be that.
Exactly. And it sounds like we actually have something more in common than I realized, because I am also a survivor of child molestation, and it wasn't my family either. And it's unfortunately very more common than we realize. And the more we can talk about it and normalize it, the less it's going to happen, because the predators, if kids know about it, if parents are willing to talk about it, it's harder for them to target a victim. I had to do a special training when I was training to be a USA gymnastics or teaching gymnastics and dance, where you're very one-on-one with kids. And they really, really emphasized that we need to normalize speaking about that. It happens, so it will happen less often and people are aware. And that's one near and dear place to my heart that we share. And some others are other things that are facing in the world today, as we want to help people be more resilient. As we have, there was, I think you shared with me, there was a 45% increase in suicide during COVID. And there's a huge raise in mental illness. And that's something that I personally have faced and struggled through. I lost my 20s to mental illness, and finally have the resources. And after trying many things and counseling and all sorts of things that I've tried, I'm finally finding my way and finding out why I'm still here, which is I want to help people be resilient. You want to help people be courageous. Oh, yeah. I'm here for a reason. The lights are starting to shine, and I just want other people to step forward and be the leaders and shine that we need to shine right now. We need positive stories. We need resilient stories. People need to know that they can overcome anything, with the right tools in place and with the right mindset. So can you tell me any more about some of the projects that you're doing and the things that you're doing with this thing that we both have near and dear to our hearts, to just help people?
Well, as you said, the child sexual abuse, and often they are known to the victim, but the statistics are 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 5 boys up to 18, and that's only ones that are reported. And as you said, Tiffany, the mental health issues, a lot of them stem from the child sexual abuse. Not only that, but a lot are. And suicide is the biggest killer of men, especially 15 to 45. So they're inextricably linked. And so they are my passions. And so what do? I actually am a beach crew leader for meditation. On Saturday mornings, we sit on the beach and we lead a group of meditation. I'm a volunteer leader, and what meditation has brought into my life, both offline and online, it's just brought so much more groundedness, calmness, and that connection, just knowing that you're not alone or going through this yourself. I'm also the chair of an organisation called Share the Spark, which is all about mentoring youth. And when youth have a passion and a mentor and someone that I guess takes an interest and gives them direction, it helps with their own mental health as well as their career as well. So I'm with that organisation, also with another volunteer organisation which is called Northern Beaches Cares. Northern Beaches is an area on the northern beaches of Sydney, so you've got kind of South Sydney, then Northern Sydney, and I'm a committee member on that, so volunteer my time. And also just a number of other local groups that I give my time voluntarily to. I also have my own programs. I've got a 7-day Courage Blitz, all completely free for participants. And I do have a coaching program as well. But in my day job, my professional job at the moment, I actually assist unemployed people who are on government benefits to get jobs. And that can be extremely challenging. In fact, I had a guy that was suicidal during the week. And, although I'm an employer, or an employee to the company, I am a counsellor in that role as well. So financial and emotional and mental health, again, is so inextricably linked. And yeah, so I juggle a lot, but I do choose what I do. Also have my own podcast, as you mentioned, the Couragepreneur. I'm a guest on other amazing summits and podcasts, such as the Resilient Mother. So thank you so much, Tiffany.
Oh, I love it. And I believe you shared with me, you have an acronym for courage that, would you like to share that?
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much for that. I like to keep things simple. I'm a, crazy busy lady, but I like to keep things simple. And, you can say the 7 tips for this, but, I've got courage. And C stands for, and for those that don't know what an acronym means, it's simply the letters of the word. So COURAGE. So courage, it actually means from the heart. Which I love, which you have a big one as well. But the letter C stands for connect and communicate, exactly what we're doing here. O is having an open heart and an open mind. U is for being uniquely you. Here I am in a podcast in my active wear. I could wear corporate professional wear and then you look amazing, I will say. But it's like, this is Sunday, this is me, this is who I am. So it's my new top, actually, by the way.
I love the color. I love how we both pop. We have bright colors.
Yeah. Thank you. I think we're opposites on the color wheel, so we're complementary in that regard. Yeah. So you as being uniquely you. And as we spoke earlier, I said that I'm a grandmother, so I'm not Nana or Grandma, I'm a Pippi. So part of my name, just being uniquely you. R stands for real relationships. We can have so many, I'm not talking only intimate ones, I'm talking personal and professional ones, but have real relationships. Maybe you've got 5 close friends rather than 5,000 on Facebook that you don't know. A stands for having an amazing attitude. Is my attitude amazing all the time? But I don't have a pity party for too long. I get myself out of that. G is grateful and growing. When you have that attitude of gratitude, it really does change things. And I'm learning a lot about that. And E stands for energy and enjoy life. And I have my health and wellness business that fuels my body with nutritious products, but also I enjoy life. If I don't have fun in what I'm doing or see the positives, I don't do it. So, yeah. Hey, lovely.
Hi, Rose. Could you cover E again? Because it started to disconnect.
Where did I get up to?
To E. So E is.
Okay. And the last letter of my courage acronym is the letter E, and E stands for energy and enjoy life. I've got my own online health and wellness business, so that quality nutrition fuels my body because I certainly need that to lead my active life. And I just enjoy life. I do things that top up my tank, such as doing, being a guest on amazing podcasts. If I don't enjoy it or have fun or see the benefit of it, I don't do it. Because there's got to be a reason for doing what you do. So that's my courage acronym, COURAGE.
Can you say just the letter and the thing that goes with it one more time all the way through, just for somebody who's trying to take notes during the summit?
Yep, sure. Yep. So C is connect and communicate. O, open heart and open mind. U, uniquely you. R, real relationships. A, amazing attitude. G, grateful and growing. E is enjoy life and energy.
I love it. And it's so simple, and simple is what people need. And
but that's life. That's absolutely life. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. And when did you come up with the acronym? Because that's also fairly new.
Yeah, it is. It's a COVID baby. It really is, because I lost my job and I had to have courage and resilience to move through, because I was living with my daughter prior to her moving to the Netherlands, and we both lost our job. And when you don't have dual incomes coming into the household, I thought, wow, what am I going to do? And then I had to practice what I preach, and everything opened up. Like my podcast, the Couragepreneur, is a COVID baby. and then my weekly, now fortnightly newsletter, because I had to be resilient and reserve my own stores. So it was weekly, but that to do a podcast and a newsletter weekly became too much on me. So it's now fortnightly. So yeah, it's only been the last couple of years. Like I developed the brand and then things have flowed since then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on the end of just building a brand and then trying to figure out where to branch out. So this is really fun for me to connect to you in this way now that, things have really taken off from you from where we both were doing the PW. And
Yeah,
and
that's
it's funny, I've
sure.
made a lot of friends in Australia from that one for some reason. That's the people I was attracted to during that. And I love the idea you're over there in the sun. I'm over here in the cold in Idaho, but that's okay. So,
Oh, don't worry. We're in what we call autumn, your fall, and the temperatures definitely dropped. That's for sure. So, but I must admit, only last weekend I was in my bikinis lying by the pool. So I must admit, it is a heated pool though.
nice.
But yeah, it's definitely jumper or sweater weather these days. That's for sure.
In all of your experience that you've had so far, do you have a special resilient story or courageous story of someone you've worked with that you'd like to share?
Oh, wow. Well, I really do reiterate the story of the third car accident. I could have such a pity party of going, oh my God, because it literally was 10 weeks to the day for the previous one. My then fiance was still in hospital recovering. He was in hospital for 4.5 months. And yeah, I could have really gone down. And one, had that fear of cars. I knew I had to get back in the car. But two, just knowing that I was okay and I was put on this planet for a reason. And that was many, many years ago still though, Tiffany. And I had to realize what my purpose was. And like I'm mid-50s now, and I still didn't know what my purpose was. I was just like, as they say, a wandering generality. I didn't have a purpose. My dad always drummed communication into us. And so I thought, what can I do? And it was only 2 years ago, literally in my early 50s, when I realized what my passion is. And that stems from my late nephew, Toby, who died by suicide. That was 5 years ago, coming up for 6, just before Christmas. And so out of tragedy comes some, not some inspiration, but some purpose for me in the fact that, like you touched on earlier, the more we normalize the conversations around the tough topics of child sexual abuse, of suicide, of, mental ill health, the more it's becoming the norm, because we haven't got broken arms that like you get pity for from someone.
Right.
We often have broken hearts, broken minds, and that's okay. People have to accept that, that is genuine and we need help. People need to reach out.
And no one should feel ashamed or guilty. You don't feel ashamed or guilty when you have a broken arm. So why should you feel ashamed or guilty if you have a broken heart or a broken mind? We are human. There's only so much the human soul and body can take without some tools in place and without some healing and without some love. And I encourage everyone, as people are coming out of COVID, we've all have trauma now. We all have trauma from COVID, and we need so much compassion and so much more empathy than we do for people coming back into their own, especially if you moved into an area where you're new and maybe no one knew you during COVID and now you've got to come out and be established. Because I think the thing people don't realize is people are not their symptoms during crisis. They are not their coping mechanisms during crisis.
Not their label either.
Yeah.
Like, people are labeled ADHD or bipolar. People are not their label.
Yeah. They're still the person. Those are just things that they're dealing with, just like they would be dealing with a broken arm. Like we don't call them, oh, no, your broken arm. No, we don't say that. Why, we would never say that. So why do we say these other things to people?
Yeah.
Because then they feel like they can't get out of it, or they feel like, oh, that's just who I am, or they're told to settle. And you and I both know nobody needs to settle for anything, especially once you really find out what you're here and what you're meant to do, because it brings this light and this passion to you. And then this fire that no one can take away from you once you embrace it. And so I love that you're doing that, and that what we're both doing is going to encourage mothers to do that, because as mothers are doing it, the children are going to
Oh,
see it, and we're
yeah.
going to have a beautiful future, no matter what's coming and how different the changes are. If children see their mothers doing it and getting through things, then they don't have to be scared of what's
Yeah.
coming. They can know that there's solutions inside them, that we could have a child could be the next president or the next person to cure a disease or a new technology that makes life easier. We need to feed that in every individual, that they have that potential, and not do any labeling or separating to do that. So yeah, we've got like 7 more minutes here. So
Yes.
how do people get a hold of you? Where do they find you? Where do they get an opportunity to volunteer where you're volunteering? Or
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much, Tiffany. Well, am very active on social, a lot less active than I was, I must admit, just again, putting the oxygen mask on me, but definitely on Facebook, on LinkedIn and Instagram, all under my name, Pix Jonasson, PIXJONASSON. And yes, Pix is my real name, for those that are going, wow, what a different name. Yeah, that stems from being so tiny at birth. So on my socials there, and also, for those that really do want to connect further, I'm happy to share further details, like personal details, as in my WhatsApp, or my email, if they would like to connect. But I do have my website, pixjonasson.com, as well.
wonderful. It's so great to have you. This has been so fun. I feel like I could talk to you for hours about many subjects, because we both have such a love for people and a passion to
Yeah.
make the world a better place. And I
Yeah.
hope our listeners have been inspired and see that anything is really possible if you put your mind to it, and you can overcome anything from mental illness to a car accident to losing your job. If COVID's taught us anything, that you really can pivot and change and overcome things, and then make your mess a message, and be a light, and then be contagious with that light, be positive with that light, and amazing things and doors will open up to you when you embrace that. So now we get to do a little mini dance party. I'm calling it Give Me Your Best Zoom Box Dance Move. We find my license-free music here, and then we can go to town and have some fun here, and then we'll have people vote later who had the best Zoom box dance moves.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, come on, it's fun.
Absolutely. What else do you do on a day like today?
Yeah, exactly. License free. Okay, I had this set up earlier, just a second. My little guy interrupted a few of my other, well, he didn't interrupt. He became a part of some of the interviews.
Yes.
So
Yes,
my
yes.
stuff isn't quite set where it was earlier.
Yeah. Well, it's all about being a resilient mother, Tiffany. So that's on point. Absolutely. Yeah.
He's
And
asleep
I
in
will
my lap.
say a huge shout out to mums, and also dads, but especially mums, because I think we bear the load a lot. And being a parent, to me, is the most rewarding gig on the planet, but it's also one of the most challenging as well. So shout out to all the amazing, resilient mums.
Whoops, there we go. Okay, I might separate the dance party. Ads. There shouldn't be ads. We'll edit this part. So, or maybe we won't. We'll just show, hey, real life here.
It is what it is. Authenticity, girlfriend.
There we go. Oh, perfect. This song fits so well.
I saw her standing in the street alone. Her head was down, face locked onto the phone. And I wished I had a number so I could be color unknown. And then I tell her to look into my eyes and never let it go.
You practice. This is not fair.
You're doing great. So much fun. Come on, everybody. Oh, I could do that for hours, but
Aussie.
got our cardio in today, my evening and your morning.
Oh, did.
Oh, any
It's the
last
most
parting
fun end
words?
to an interview I've had. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yes, I can't do the sitting thing. We're all doing way too much of that. We gotta get up. We gotta move. We got to. So,
Yeah.
any last parting words you want to share with our audience?
Yeah, we'd love to say you are loved, you matter, and you are valued, and you are worth it.
Amen to that. And with that, we will say goodbye for now. And I look forward to another opportunity for us to speak, maybe go live and do some other collaborations. So go find Pick. She's amazing. She's uplifting, and your day will be better because of her. So, all right.
Likewise. Thank you, gorgeous. Thanks, Tiffany.
All right. We'll see.